There goes your camera.
Oh. Hey, look, if that's the only problem that we have after last week's fiasco, I will take it. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Wednesday Night. Vero's already in the chat. Hello, Vero. How are you? Please allow me a moment here to fix my camera, because for some ungodly reason, it keeps doing that on me.
Makes you look all infrared.
Yeah, like that.
Predators come after you. You're good now.
There we go. There we go. Scuba Steve's here. Hello, Nightmare.
Scuba
Goodness
Steve.
gracious. Everybody's coming out of the woodworks. I love it. In case you can't tell, Mr. Spano is back, ladies and gentlemen. He's back. Say hello to Span Man, who, before we really jump into anything, we're kind of talking about everything that we've been doing today and all that stuff. And Spano, there's a little something happened today. Do you mind cluing us into what happened to you today?
Well, first, bright and early in the morning, I hit a deer.
Jesus.
With your fist?
yeah, I got, oh man, right hook. Got him good.
Damn you, Bambi.
Yeah. No, on the way to work, driving with my car, which I just paid off. So,
Hey.
Hold on one second. Hi, what do you need, dear? Huh?
Hi, wife.
We're live.
all right, where's the chat? I'm looking at the YouTube live stream.
I already ate mine. You can go ahead
Don't
and
full
have it.
screen the video.
Jesus. Shut the door!
She wanted to get in on it.
God.
She heard about the deer story and was like, I gotta be in on this one, man.
Good Lord. All right, sorry about that. Anyway, she was asking about chicken nuggets.
Yes. 10 piece, please.
Yes.
Sweet and sour sauce.
Good Lord. All right. So anyway, Spano, Spano, you hit a deer. How fast were you going?
Not fast. Not maybe right below 40, between 30 and 40. My windshield didn't break, and it rolled up and hit the windshield.
Nice.
And my air, the whatchamacallits didn't deploy.
The airbags? Really?
Airbags.
Yes,
is it because
airbags.
is it because it rolled up over and maybe it didn't hit on the bumper hard enough
Yeah,
to get the airbag going?
I don't know. The only damage I had was on the side panel, and then it ripped off my rearview mirror on the left side.
The
Just
deer ran
wires
away?
hanging. Yeah.
Sounds about
It's a
right.
tough
Yeah,
deer.
he didn't have insurance, so he just hauled ass from the hit and run.
Well,
Have
that's not
you guys ever
exactly. Oh, go ahead.
Has anybody ever gotten in an accident or got hit or hit somebody that
No, but
didn't
my
have
dad
insurance?
my dad knew a guy that had a deer go through his windshield, and then he spent the rest of the night picking ticks and fleas off of his body because they all just flew through the window and stuck on him.
All right.
Good story.
So we do have Wonderlic scores coming up today, ladies and gentlemen.
Mm-hmm.
Frank actually took two
Yeah, I
Wonderlic
have an
scores.
excuse for that.
Land didn't do it at all, so we'll give him one of Frank's scores, and then Spano did
Just
it
give me a 0.
as well.
I failed.
Okay, they can take a 0. So we're gonna get to that. We do have a bunch of other like some big name NFL players, kind of what they got. If you're not familiar with what the Wonderlic score is, or what the Wonderlic test is, it is again, how many questions is it? Is it 50?
50.
50 questions in 10 or 12 minutes, depending on where you're going on the website.
So if you're paying attention to the time.
And
limit,
you got to be
which-
making sure that you're paying attention. I did do that when I was on the morning show down here. We did do the Wonderlic test, and I did fairly well on it, but I didn't have a chance to do it yet. And what I want to do is I'm going to actually record me taking the whole test. So then you can kind of see what questions are there, my thought process and everything. So I'll be hopefully getting that up here at some point this week. But we do have Spano scores. Spano score. We do have Frank's scores, plural, right there, and lots of other things coming up here. Let me see. What else do we have coming up? We're going to talk about sports conspiracy theories. We're going to be talking about what is something that has disappeared that you wished had not. It's basically a chance for us to be old men yelling at clouds, complaining that these things are no longer around. We're going to talk about some crazy rock stories because I found a very specific story that I wanted to bring up here. That was a headline from this week. So that we'll talk about that. And then the Oscars are coming up. The Academy Awards coming up this Sunday. So we're going to talk about the biggest Oscar snubs of all time. We got the Gen Z game. And then, of course, our movie draft It's Best Actor or Actress movies. It's not Best Picture. It's a movie that had the Best Actor or Actress win an Academy Award for their performance for that movie. So everybody's got their list ready to go. You got your drafts ready to go? Is anybody awake? Hello.
I even got some wild cards.
At this point, my wife has been more active on the show. What's that? You got your wild card?
I got my wild cards just in case all my other movies get picked.
Well, it's, you always got to have your backups, my man. I got a ton that I have kind of in the chamber for honorable mentions that aren't necessarily that aren't necessarily for that I'm going to pick per se, but they do warrant mentioning. And I do have to give a shout out to both of Spano's sons at this point, as they were commenting on last week's video. So I feel a little obligated that I need to be a little bit clean at this point. Do we need to clean up
relatively
the topics and everything if your kids are watching?
I don't raise any deviants.
Oddly enough, my YouTube channel, the demographic is fairly young. Now, not your kid young, but it's like 18 to 34. Like, I'm out of the demo. I'm an old bitch
They like
compared
me
to the
calling
people that are
Gen
watching
Z's
it.
idiots, and they keep coming back.
They keep coming back because they love being called
Because
idiots.
they love it. You morons.
All right. Well, to kick things off here, I do want to bring something up here. I found something that I want to show Spano that I think that he's going to like, and this is going to be something that I think that also pretty much everybody is going to like. But let me find the proper sound here for you. You ready? Ladies and gentlemen, that is the picture that I was talking about last week. That is the one that Spano did of me.
That is definitely early 2000s Photoshop, by the way.
That
You
would
get
have
AI to do that in 5 minutes. It looked like you actually had tits.
that would have been Katy Perry. This is probably 09, 2010. And because if you don't remember, I was wearing an Elmo now I'm saying it. I was wearing an animal shirt. And for the longest time, Spano thought that it was Elmo. But as I was kind of perusing through Spano's pictures on Facebook, I found something.
Oh no! Oh, come on!
What are you doing there? Why are you copying my Muppets, bro? What's going on there, man? What's going on there?
Look
Huh?
at you stalking me?
Yeah, what's going on, man?
Look at this. I'm a little worried.
Little, well, but I can see that this would be why you thought it was Elmo, because your kid had the Elmo shirt. Although my shirt existed long before your kid did. So
I wish I had that Oscar shirt when I knew you. We could have went out together.
I know, dude, we've been so cool. Well, and then there's also one more picture
Not at all.
Now you want total stalker picture? This is one I had to bring up for the show.
No, come on. How deep are we going here? Yeah. Yep.
What's going on there, buddy?
It was my wife's family in Long Island, New York. We were at their house for the holidays, and I probably just saw somebody looking to take a picture. And
So
just
you
made a
wanted
face or something. I don't know.
to sass it up a little bit right there.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that at all. All right, before we get to the main topics on the show, we do have a quick wrestling update. Sting had his final match this past week. When was it? Sunday?
Sunday.
All right, who would like to give the recap of Sting's final match?
Well, I'll go ahead and do that. I mean, it was all just a big show for him. There was he did actually wrestle, him and Darby Allin, who's a nutball against the Young Bucks. It started out Ric Flair, Steamboat came out, and then Sting came out, and they did this cool thing where they had both his sons come out as the previous Stings. One of them came out as Surfer Sting.
I saw that
stuff.
picture. I saw that picture where they had all their faces all painted up.
Yeah. He ended up winning the match, so he retired undefeated in AEW with the belts. His sons did stinger splashes on the opposing team. It was pretty cool. And then, unfortunately, they ran out of airtime on the pay-per-view, and they had to cut short his speech. But he gave a speech afterwards and got standing ovation and everything. But that was it. I mean, they actually put on a show. He won. He didn't lose like most guys in the retirement match. They lose. He won with a title, which they then vacated afterwards.
Why do they do? Is it if they have a title, they want him to lose to pass the title on?
It's also to put younger guys over, so that it looks better if the older guys put the up and comers over. So they always have them like will lose their final match or whatever. But he was Tony Khan's favorite wrestler growing up, so he wasn't going to allow him to lose his final match.
There was
even though
no
I think he
Montreal
wanted
screw job happening there, folks.
to. No.
And Darby Allin went through a pane of glass.
Yeah, dropped from a story and went through a pane of glass. That kid's nuts, man.
Jesus
He ain't gonna
Christ.
last
Seattle,
long.
baby.
Good
I think he's
God.
going to climb Mount Everest next. It's like he's going to train to climb Mount Everest. So
You want to talk about going off the top rope? You go up to Everest, sir.
good luck, sir.
All right, first topic for today. I have a list of sports conspiracy theories, and I want to see which which of these you guys are familiar with. And this article comes from the Business Insider. The first one on the list was actually one that I remember talking with Alan about back in the late 90s, early 2000s. Michael Jordan's first retirement was a secret suspension for gambling. Is everybody familiar with that one?
Yeah, I remember that one. Yep.
So what they do here on this article is they give you why the fans believe that it is true, and then also why it's probably bogus. Just months before Michael Jordan announced his first retirement in 1993 and eventually pursued a career in baseball, the NBA had launched an investigation into Jordan's gambling habits. Also, Jordan said during his retirement press conference that he might come back to the NBA if David Stern lets me back in the league. I didn't know that part. Why it's
I
probably...
think he was being kind of coy.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably joking.
Yeah.
Why it's probably bogus. The question conspiracy theorists struggle with to answer is why the NBA would cover up Jordan's gambling misdeeds and kick the best and most popular asset out of the league for 2 years.
Oh.
The more likely scenario is that Jordan, one of the sport's fiercest competitors, just no longer felt challenged by basketball and needed something else. Anybody believe it?
No.
No.
All right.
No.
No? All right, next conspiracy theory. Another NBA one. The NBA rigged the 1985 NBA draft for, do you guys know what it was for?
84 draft?
85.
85.
Yeah, boy. Barkley?
That's for
No.
Ewing, wasn't it?
Yeah, Ewing.
Oh,
Ooh,
It
look
was
at
for
that.
the
Look at that.
Knicks.
Hold on, I'll give Frank a point right there on that one there, buddy. Yeah, it was to get Patrick Ewing to the New York Knicks. Why fans believe it's true, Patrick Ewing was one of the best prospects in years, and the league's marquee franchise needed a star. Also, the person placing the envelopes in the bin seems to throw one against the side, and the one David Stern pulls out with the Knicks logo inside appears to have a bent corner. A second theory says the Knicks envelope was frozen, which would make it easier for Stern to identify. So this was back when it was a true draft lottery where they're just pulling the envelopes out. Because now there's a whole other process that goes to the draft
more
lottery.
rigged now than it does then.
It kind of does. Why this is probably bunk. If the NBA wanted to bend a corner of the envelope as a signal to Stern, it would be easier to do it before bringing them out. They were stacked and nobody would have noticed a bent corner. It also would have eliminated the risk of throwing it against a side that would create a bend. As for the frozen envelope theory, there's no evidence to support it. All right, next conspiracy theory here. Cal Ripken Jr.'s record streak of games played was saved by an intentional power outage. I remember this one. Do you guys remember this one?
No.
Spano, you're the baseball guy.
no. I don't remember that.
So it was 1997, 2 years after breaking Lou Gehrig's record for consecutive games played. A game between the Orioles and Mariners was postponed because of an electrical failure that affected the lights at Camden Yards. This led to a wild rumor that the team intentionally caused the failure to save Ripken's streak when they learned Ripken was unable to play after he got into a fight with Kevin Costner. Wow, there's a lot going on that one, huh? And it's most
Why
likely...
did he get in a fight with Kevin Costner?
Maybe he said that Field of Dreams is full of shit.
No, that was probably right around the time of Waterworld, so he probably said Waterworld sucks.
Yeah, or the Postman.
Yeah, well, I think Postman was 98, wasn't it?
This says 2 years after
It's
breaking
awfully
his record.
specific for a Costner film
I know, right?
Mhm.
to know.
What year did he break the record? I thought it was after 95.
I think it was 95. I think I was a freshman in high school when he broke the game record. I think it was 95. I think it was like early 95.
Yeah, it was.
Or not
Yeah,
early, late 95.
it was September 6th, 1995.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Because I remember I saw him during the streak because we drove up to Seattle and watched the Mariners play the Orioles. Or no, shit, I take it back. That wasn't it. I saw them in Camden Yards because we went to DC. Did any of you guys ever do the 8th grade field trip to DC? I know Alan didn't because we went to the same junior
Nope.
high.
We went
So,
to SeaWorld.
did your school do it at all, like the DC trip?
Not that I'm aware of.
Spano?
Nope.
So, essentially, it was, your parents paid for the trip, but the school took all the kids, and you got to go to Washington, D.C. You got to see all these different areas, and with Baltimore being right there, we went to a Baltimore Orioles game, and it would have been that year, actually, now that I think about it, it would have been the year that he broke the record. Oh, here's a good one for you, Lan. You ready for this? Sports conspiracy theory. The NBA rigged Game 6 of the 2002 Western Conference Finals to save the Los Angeles Lakers season.
Huh.
02, that was against Portland?
Nope.
Who's that against?
Sacramento.
Huh.
The Lakers trailed the Sacramento Kings 3-2 in the series and were tied heading into the fourth quarter of Game 6. Now, if there was a game that was rigged, it would have been, it was Game 7 against the Blazers. That's the one that was fucking rigged. Because remember, they had like a 13-point lead going into the fourth quarter?
In LA, yeah.
But this one was, the Lakers shot 27 free throws in the fourth quarter and scored 16 of their last 18 points at the free throw line to win by 4 points.
All right.
The Lakers
Sounds
would
like a rig job to me.
Well, the Lakers would go on to win that series and the NBA championship. Years later, former NBA referee Tim Donaghy,
Oh,
who resigned and later admitted to gambling on NBA games, suggested that the conspiracy was real, noting that he heard a game had been fixed that matched the description of the playoff game.
Don't a lot of fans do that, and especially in those basketball series where a team struggles or a team comes back from being down and they're the more popular team and people start calling conspiracy and foul? I mean, you could almost do that every year in the playoffs.
every sports, everything.
Well, basketball more than most, because you'll have those series where a team will be up like 2-0 or 3-0, and then all of a sudden the other team just everything swings their way, and then they end up winning the next 4 games or next 3 games and taking it on, and it's there's a conspiracy. They wanted this team because of the city or the view. I think I've heard that every year since I was a kid. It's like been some sort of thing like that.
I firmly believed that when I was a kid. It was the reason the Blazers would lose to the Lakers in the playoffs. Oh, hell yeah. And I even remember as a kid, so I would have been probably 11 or 12 when the Blazers lost to the Lakers and the Lakers would go on to lose to the Bulls in the finals. And I remember telling myself, I need to record this game so that I can pull all the footage of the bogus calls so I can out the NBA for being rigged. An 11-year-old Brandon, honest to God. That was my thought process at that time.
Did you find the tape?
No, I never recorded it.
No.
Yeah, I know.
I had
the NBA All-Star game recorded, the one where Clyde Drexler should have won the MVP, and he didn't because they gave it to fucking John Stockton and Karl Malone. Which is bullshit. Anyway, okay, final one here. The NBA rigged the NBA draft for the Cleveland Cavaliers after LeBron James signed with the Miami Heat.
Really?
Why fans believe this is
Didn't
true?
do them any good.
Yeah, no kidding.
Well, I mean, they got Kyrie Irving. LeBron came back and they won a title.
But I mean, they didn't really do much with Kyrie when he was there before LeBron came back.
Fucking terrible with him.
Yeah.
So it says here, fans believe the NBA rigged the draft lottery to help the Cleveland Cavaliers after LeBron James took his talents to South Beach, and the Cavs received nothing in return. The Cavs won the draft lottery in 2011, and then again in 2013 and 2014. The Cavs, why this is probably bogus, the Cavs were not an especially long shot to win the lottery. Only the Minnesota Timberwolves had a better chance to win the lottery, and even they had a 75% chance of not winning. The fact is, the NBA's lottery is designed to make it unlikely that the worst team gets the pick. So does anybody believe any of those? Or do you guys have a sports conspiracy of your own?
I do.
Ooh, yeah.
It's funny because you just like I saw this topic on the show sheet and I watched this video on YouTube about football conspiracies, and this was 2012 Copa del Rey, Madrid versus Barcelona, and the conspiracy theory is that Barcelona was sending secret messages, secret anti-Syrian messages, through how they were playing the football.
How?
There's
Like,
it was.
Wow.
were they dribbling in Morse code?
It's almost just like that. So it was a messy dribble. Here's how they described it. Messi runs, dribbling through and around trouble and finding Pedro inside the box to slot it home. But here's how it works. When superimposed on a map, the movement of the ball matches an overland route from Lebanon through Homs to the eastern city of Al Mayadin. Sure, it doesn't match exactly, and you need to keep shifting the map to keep up with the camera, but that's kind of what they're going at.
That's a deep dive.
That's a
Like, that
stretch.
one takes a lot of fucking thinking here, man. I do
And the
have,
video wasn't even about that. It was just like a little side mention, and I decided to look it up.
got you sucked in there, huh? All right, I do have one more here. And this one's
Yeah,
this one's
I'll
for
give you
Spano.
one at some point too.
This one's Spano for the Dolphins fan. The NFL destroyed evidence from Spygate to hide
Right.
what the New England Patriots were really doing. Which, by the way, if anybody is not
Yeah.
watching The Dynasty on Apple TV Plus, it's a really good watch. But I'm a Patriot fan, so I'm a little bit biased on this one. But The Dynasty, it really comes off as like a hit piece on Bill Belichick. Because the Crafts are the ones who funded this thing, and it's kind of painted to make him look bad. But the conspiracy theory is, after Bill Belichick and the New England Patriots were caught spying on the New York Jets during a game, the team gave the league tapes which were later destroyed. A Boston Herald report said that the that the Patriots secretly taped the St. Louis Rams walkthrough before the 2001 Super Bowl. Many fans believe the tapes destroyed by the league showed the Patriots cheated to win their first Lombardi trophy. This, I know for a fact, is not true because there's still a copy that exists. Do you guys know who has it? Jay
Pee Wee
Glazer.
Herman.
The NFL reporter, Jay Glazer, he has a copy of the Spygate tapes. He shows it at parties. He talks about it. He's
There you
talked about how he shows it at parties, and for the most part, they're like, it shows cheerleaders.
Wonder why he has it.
The only conspiracy theory I have is you get those ones every now and then that like a certain player, either baseball, basketball, or football, is a twin, that the original person like died in like a car wreck or got sick and died, and that their twin stepped in and started playing in the position for him. I've heard numerous conspiracy theories through the years about different players. I couldn't pinpoint a player, but there's just weird ones like that like A-Rod, I think, was one of them, that he had a twin or a clone that took his place when he died of cancer or some crap like that, and it's not actually A-Rod anymore. It's his twin that is now in his spot.
Is this why the Milwaukee Bucks keep the Greek Freak's brother on their roster?
Probably.
Like, just in
Just
case.
slap some makeup on him and then they put him out there.
Yeah, you never know. Real quick before we change topics here. It's Buxta is Javi. What's up, buddy? Javi from here in El Paso. Scuba Steve's there. Hey, Green Eyed Ghost. What's up, buddy?
Hey,
Long
Ghost.
time no see, man. We were just talking about throwing down on some video games and some stuff that we might be doing here. Wednesdays is exclusive for this content, but we're talking about possibly doing some more gaming stuff coming up. All right, it's Old Man Soapbox time. What is something that has disappeared over the past decade that you wish hasn't? I found this over on Reddit, but I'm going to send this to you guys first. So who has one?
Landlines.
And what about the landline do you miss?
Well, I mean, most people had it happen to them last week when AT&T and some of those lost service men, you're just SOL, you're sitting there shaking your fist. It didn't happen to me, so I wasn't shaking my fist. But you got those people shaking their fists at the sky, Scuba Steve, because their cell phones aren't working. And if you're in an emergency and you don't have a landline, man, you're screwed.
I just recently had Spectrum try to get me to purchase a landline because we were kind of adjusting some of our like the package that we were on, and I was canceling TV with them, and we were adding my daughter to our cell phone, and they were like, "Well, you can get a landline, get it for only this much," and I was like, "Nah, I don't need it.
Mhm.
That's not something I want." What about you, Spano? Do you have a something that's disappeared over the past decade that you wish was still around?
Drinking.
What's that?
Day drinking.
Day drink. Well, I mean, you can still do it.
No, I can't.
No, you can't. No, you can. You choose not to because you're a responsible adult.
Or you'll fall
Right, so-
asleep at noon.
Well, yeah. Oh God, that's the
true.
fucking worst, man. Like that. That's yeah. It's you just can't hang like you used to. By the way, I'm fighting a sneeze off right now. In case you guys are wondering what's going on with me.
Plug your butt. That'll stop it.
His butt's already plugged. What are you talking about?
God, man, it's not going to let me fire away. When's the last time you think you day drank, Spano?
Well, probably vacations.
Yeah.
That seems to be like the only proper time to do day drinking now.
Yeah,
Probably
leave
for us.
boys with
Wait,
their
so are you telling me
grandparents
so football Sundays or college football Saturdays? You're not having a beer?
I may have one or two, but I'm not, sitting at a bar.
You're talking about getting
You know.
housed.
Well, not necessarily a house, but being out, drinking at a bar, like not just having like one cocktail or one beer.
Well, do you think this has to do with age, or does it have more to do with the fact you have two?
Responsibility.
Yeah, the fact you have two kids.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, hi boys. You want to say hi to him there, Spano?
Hey guys, you probably shouldn't be watching 8 hours of YouTube a day, but thanks for watching this.
Yeah.
We'll do a cross promotion. We'll promote your one kid's YouTube channel.
Yeah, he told me you were gonna, so he's gonna be pretty upset with you if you don't.
Don't worry, we'll do it. We'll tackle something there for you. Lan, what about you? What's something from the past decade that is gone that you kind of wish wasn't gone?
Being able to watch my local sports teams.
Oh, fucking root sports, man. Jesus Christ. What about
Being
Timber?
able
Are
to just
Timbers not
watch
on?
sports in general. Like you have to have a subscription to like every single streaming service, and you're enabled to watch everything.
Yeah. I mean, this actually comes to the first answer over here on Reddit, where somebody says paying once for something you get to keep and continue to use. None of this subscription bullshit.
Yep.
I mean, I
And
remember.
Jello pudding pops. I miss Jello pudding pops.
Good one.
I think
Well,
you
you can
I
thank
think you
Bill
just sent
Cosby for
Spano
that.
down memory
No, that was
lane.
before the Bill Cosby stuff.
Those were good, weren't they?
Yeah.
Well,
Fuck.
technically it wasn't.
Yeah.
You know what I miss? I miss TGI Fridays. Not the
Oh, yeah, that's
restaurant,
true.
but the show. When it used to come on every Friday.
lineup.
At 8 o'clock.
The lineup was it Full House, Step by
Family
Step,
Matters.
Family
Step by
Matters.
Step, Family Matters, Dinosaurs at one point, and then they started just rotating shows in, Boy Meets World, and that weird alien show that was like an alien family sitcom. It was really
V?
weird.
V.
No,
No,
it
no,
was
no, no.
something
This
else.
was like in the late 90s. It was like a straight
Oh.
sitcom. They had an actual like studio audience, and you had an alien like guy in an alien outfit, and he was married to a human, and then they had an alien baby and a regular kid, and it was supposed to be like a sitcom.
What
And everybody was
show
just
was
like, oh, they're
this?
aliens. Oh yeah. And it was just like, and it only lasted for a few episodes before people were like, what is this nonsense? And it got canceled. I can't even remember what it was called. It was the
Here you have
weirdest
the
thing ever.
TGIF TV
Wasn't
programming
Dinosaurs
block.
on TGIF.
Yeah, for the first couple seasons.
Which one did you say, Lan? Perfect Strangers?
Dinosaurs.
Oh, Dinosaurs.
Dinosaurs.
Yeah.
Perfect
I'm
Strangers was when they first started in the 80s.
I'm
yeah,
looking at it right
89.
now. They have Perfect Strangers on this list. I'm trying to see if they just have a full on.
Belki Bartakumus.
Okay. Oh shit. How far back do you guys think TGIF goes?
It was about 87, 88, right?
Yeah.
Right there. It's
That's what I think.
85.
Oh, 85?
85, 86. Now listen to the original lineup.
Mm-hmm.
Webster into Mr. Belvedere, into Different Strokes,
Okay.
into Benson. And then there was a couple different shows that aired. One was Spencer for Hire.
Spencer for Hire, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't remember that at all. And then there was Our Family Honor.
Don't remember that.
Yeah, Mr. Belvedere was all about TGIF. You had Perfect Strangers in there, Full House. I honestly
Family Matters was a spinoff of Perfect Strangers. People don't
Yep.
realize that. The wife
Mom was the elevator.
she was the elevator
operator.
operator.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
and because
right.
Carl, they gave her Carl as her husband on a few episodes to see how it would work out on Perfect Strangers, knowing that they were going to put him in with her in Family Matters. And they had that first season of Family Matters, and then Urkel showed up, and that show just went to basically being Urkel Matters after that. It was
Well,
no
and don't
longer
forget,
Family Matters.
Family Matters was also the sequel to Die Hard. So
Yeah, that too. I can't forget that he moved from Los Angeles.
he moved from LA. Was it Chicago? Is that where they were living?
Yeah.
What else do they have on here? Boy Meets World was in there as well. Oh, here's
Yeah.
one. Remember Hanging with Mr. Cooper?
Yep.
Yeah.
And I found your show, Frank.
Give it to us.
Aliens in the Family.
There you go. That's what it was.
And
Isn't that exactly how he described it?
pretty
Yeah,
much,
that's
yeah.
pretty much
Like
what it
he
was, yep.
described it as there was aliens in the family. It
I
aired
think
in
it lasted like 8 episodes, and then it was canceled. or something
Fucking-
like
8 episodes.
The fact that he remembered that.
The
that.
very
I just took a guess. I just remember it getting canceled quick.
well, it was so it aired a couple of episodes in March, another episode in July, and then it went July to August, and then it was gone. The very last episode was called "A Very Brody Tweeznacks."
So I think they were trying to pick up after Dinosaurs was canceled, and they were trying to continue that kind of weird, like sitcom with, I don't know, with the Muppet kind of stuff going on, and people just did not have a clue what the hell was going on with that show, and it was done after that.
Spano's dying over there.
Mm-hmm.
What's wrong, Spano? You all right, buddy?
Oh,
You okay,
I
buddy?
don't know that. Yeah, I think so.
right.
I'm
You got-
gonna let you know a little secret.
Ooh. I love secrets.
That was your
secrets.
family?
Oh, had a little. I ate a gummy for the show.
Hold on, I need to clip this. Oh, this is great. How long ago did you eat it?
Oh, just about an hour. Just about an hour.
Did you look up a picture of aliens in the family and you saw what it looked like?
No, but whatever Brandon was saying, I probably missed like the last 4 minutes of it. He was saying something, and the sentence just started to go into complete nonsense. All
Talk
right,
about-
sorry,
Oh my
sorry,
god,
guys.
this is amazing! Oh god damn it,
You
Spano, that is
missed the
great.
lucky numbers to win the lottery.
I am so happy that you're on the show tonight, Spano. I got to tell you,
And high as a kite.
you just
All right.
you just brought a
No, no, I'm fine.
you brought a tear to my eye, son. All right, one more thing that people are talking about that has disappeared over the past decade that they wish would come back, and that was the fact that marijuana used to be illegal.
What?
They wish that came
They
back.
wish it
No,
would?
I'm just looking at. I'm trying to read Spano's reaction here.
Oh, he probably
no.
has.
He's thinking
he probably
really hard about
that,
it.
that sentence went off the edge too. He lost it.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm trying to concentrate here.
No.
With the
Okay,
fart
so
noises.
the last one on here is something you guys might agree with: buttons and knobs in cars. This person says you spent 10 years drilling into my head that I shouldn't use my phone while driving, then stuck a big ass screen right into every
Right in
car.
front. Yeah, that is wild.
So, I mean, that one does kind of make a little bit of sense. Oh shit! And if
You
Spano-
know what? One time that just joggled a memory from like 10, 12 years ago.
Hell
I was
yeah!
behind a limo one night, and they had a TV in there, and it was straight porn. It was just two people going dog style on it, and I was behind it at a red light, and I just remember sitting there going, if there's some kids around here, they are getting baptized right now in the echelons of doggy style and from the rearview window of a friggin' limo, and who knows what's going on in
usually
that limo.
limos are tinted, so you can't see.
It
inside.
was, but
Yeah.
it's dead night, and the screen is piercing through the back window, so the back's probably not as tinted. Yeah, it was dude just hammering chick as hard as he could, just getting it, dude.
Who was the
Like-
actress in the movie, Frank?
I don't know. I was completely just like, should I keep following the limousine or do I need to go home?
You did, didn't you?
No,
You
I went
followed up to
home.
the money
I
shot.
went home. I went home. But I was like, holy crap, sir. Well, there's my
I feel like I ate an edible right now because I can't stop watching Spano. This is fucking amazing.
Oh my god.
doggy style on the drive home.
Oh my god! Just wait till this next story. Oh. So I got this story that it popped up on Loudwire. Which, by the way, Spano, did you know that that was the show that Kevin wanted demo tapes of our show for? Loudwire Nights?
No, I didn't know that he wanted that.
Yeah,
be honest with you.
it was he wanted the demo tapes because he was considering the Spano's Big Radio Show to be Loudwire
Oh
Nights.
wow.
I just-
Wow, that's pretty cool. He
just blew your
called
mind.
me and talked about that show at one point, but I was just actually it was when I first just started seeing my wife. So I told him I wasn't interested.
Yeah, that was when because that was he wanted some of the air checks because he was considering you, I believe, being the host there. And then
Yeah,
go full circle, it ended up being Tony that was the host of Loudwire Nights, and then I was her backup host on Loudwire Nights.
Right.
Oh,
I remember that.
by the way, before I get to this story, have I told you how for a while there I was the Grim Reaper of rock stars? The first time I filled in for Loudwire Nights, Chris Cornell passed away. And then it was almost every time after that, a major rock star died. There was I was the host when Chris Cornell passed away, when Tom Petty passed away, and Chester Bennington. It was almost like clockwork. It was weird. Like, I mean, it was kind of like, this is weird, but it was also kind of like, am I really doing this? Like, what the fuck's going on here?
Well, to know that Tom Petty he kind of needlessly passed away because he overdosed on
OD'd.
his.
Are you,
did you hear a story about
suicide's
that?
not needless? Or is needless?
no, but
Did I
this
get that right?
this is like apparently Petty had an injury that he was supposed to take care of, but he had a tour date and it would have canceled like 3 or 6 months of his tour date, and he was so devoted to his fans he didn't want to do it. So he put the surgery off and he was taking the pain pills to counter the pain he was having. But if he just would have had the surgery done and just put the tour off for about 6 months, he would still be with us now. But instead was so devoted and then just drank and did the pills and ended up overdosing on the pills. So that's where it was kind of needless. Where if he would have just had the operation done, he probably would still be here.
Well, on that note, here's this headline from Loudwire.com. Yorona fire vocalist after he reportedly admits to dosing a bandmate with estrogen to steal his fiance.
Okay.
Wow.
Did you guys get that? So the band is called Yorona,
Yorona.
and they fired their vocalist Diego after he
Right.
admitted that he dosed a fellow band member with estrogen to try and,
Yep.
quote, force a transition and
Yep.
steal that
It
bandmate's
was
fiance.
girlfriend. If he would have been a man, he would have just shot the guy.
Jesus. Got kind of dark on that one. You guys, you can go check out the whole story if you head on over to loudwire.com. You guys can go check that one out over there. And quite frankly, for crazy rock star stories, right here on my YouTube channel, Shim and I got a lot of videos that we did that were kind of the crazy rock star stories, like Axl Rose filmed himself, basically recorded himself having sex, and put
Like
it
all rock
into shit. What was the song? I'm already blanking on it. Put it on one of the songs so you can hear that. There's also the one story about how Ozzy Osbourne literally just disappeared. Like nobody could find him for 24 hours because he stumbled into the wrong hotel room and fell asleep. And so they were gonna have to cancel
when he
the show.
pissed on the Alamo.
Nah, it wasn't that time. I'm trying to think of other. I mean, there's obvious stuff like everybody. Has everybody here seen The Dirt?
No.
The Motley Crue
Yeah.
documentary?
Oh, yeah.
Nope.
It's well worth watching. It's kind of cheesy, a little bit hokey, but it's highly entertaining. I absolutely loved it, and I'm not even the biggest fan of Motley Crue, but it's definitely worth checking out. But next topic here, where did all my stuff go? What the fuck?
Ding, ding, ding,
All right,
ding,
Oscars are coming up.
ding, ding. Oscars.
Let's talk about some Oscar snubs. If you guys are on the YouTube chat, make sure you guys are clicking the old thumbs up down there on the video. It definitely helps out the channel. And you can also comment with what some of your biggest Oscar snubs are of all time. I'm going to lead with this one. The fact that Val Kilmer was not even nominated for Doc Holliday. He wasn't even fucking nominated for an Oscar. And it's one of the most brilliant performances ever on a TV screen.
Who was nominated that year?
Who was shit, let me look that up.
94.
I think so. While I looked that up, Frank, what's one of the snubs you got?
Well, mine was a film, Goodfellas, that it didn't win the award. It went to what did it go to that year? Yeah, it went to Dances with Wolves.
Yep.
And Goodfellas was the superior film.
Oh, it was
I
vastly
think,
superior.
Well, wasn't that what 94? Wasn't that the year for supporting actress that Samuel Jackson won or was nominated for Pulp Fiction? That's not am I wrong?
Well, best actor in 94? Yeah. So it would have been the movies from 93. It went to Tom Hanks as best actor. Supporting actor that year went to Tommy Lee Jones in The Fugitive.
Oh yeah, that's right.
But this wouldn't have been the year.
He
with
just
Tombstone,
played
right?
himself in The Fugitive and won.
I didn't kill my wife. I don't care.
I don't care.
I don't care.
Yeah, so that was So actually, it would have
He
been
just
because
Peter Pan right off the edge.
Tombstone came out in 93. And so that would have been the 94 Oscars. And it was so Tommy Lee Jones was the best supporting actor. Leonardo DiCaprio was nominated for What's Eating Gilbert Grape. Ralph Fiennes for Schindler's List. John Malkovich for In the Line of Fire. And Pete. The fuck? Postlethwaite? In the Name of the Father, and the Son, and the Holy Ghost.
I saw one, and I didn't quite agree with this, but they said that John Wayne was snubbed for an Oscar, and he ended up getting a Lifetime Achievement Award. Well, I wouldn't say Lifetime Achievement Award, but he got the Oscar for playing Rooster Cogburn in like kind of the sequel to one of his movies. But I think some people were saying he got snubbed for earlier things, and it was he played the same character in every movie. I mean,
He was John Wayne. Is really what it was.
yeah, how would I mean? He didn't act even when he did the war movies, he was still John Wayne. I mean, I don't know how he gets snubbed for basically being the exact
Doing
same
the
character. Yeah, I don't see how that's a snub, but whatever. He won an Oscar.
Spano, do you have a snub for us?
Is he with us anymore, Spano?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How about, let's see, I have a list here. How about De Niro, Taxi Driver?
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't win.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I've ever actually seen Taxi Driver all the way through.
Really,
Yeah.
it's a good one.
It's a good movie.
I've seen all the bits and pieces, and I've pieced it together, but I don't think I've ever actually sat down and watched it front to back.
How about Bill Murray for not getting it for
Ghostbusters.
yeah, for Ghostbusters. No, for what was the movie he did? It was the one where he's
Lost
in
in
Japan.
Translation.
Lost in Translation. Yeah. Did you ever see him when he showed up on Letterman the next night? He thought he was going to win. He didn't win. And they do a Letterman show. And Letterman's like, what, we got a problem outside? And like, yeah. And they get a camera. And Bill Murray's just laying in the gutter. Why didn't I win? I can't believe I didn't win.
Here's a big time snub: Saving Private Ryan.
Yeah.
You guys remember what it
What
lost
won
out
that
to?
year?
To that Italian flick, right? Was it the Pinocchio flick?
No,
Oh.
Shakespeare in Love.
Yeah, that's right. Shakespeare in Love. Yeah.
That was the year Shakespeare in Love. Here's some other Oscar snubs that I got on this list. Alfred Hitchcock never won.
Yeah,
he
he
was
never won.
nominated for Rebecca, Lifeboat, Spellbound, Rear Window, and Psycho. Never actually won an Oscar. Lane, do you have any snubs?
I have one kind of minor, but the fact that John Williams didn't win best soundtrack for Empire and for Raiders of the Lost Ark, and instead Fame and Chariots of Fire won.
I could see Chariots of Fire winning though, because that's pretty iconic.
is as iconic as the Imperial March or the
Yeah, that's the thing. It's kind of what you're what you're up against there.
Ask any kid right now to hum the theme from Chariots of Fire or hum the theme from Empire Strikes Back.
Here, I'll balance the snubs out, and I'll add a woman to this. Barbara Streisand didn't get even nominated for Best Director when she directed in '92. The Prince of Tides. Is it the Prince of Tides? Yeah, the Prince of Tides.
This one's on this list right here.
It's like women at that point would not get voted at all into Best Director. It wasn't until in the last 10 years that they started actually. I think one of them won about a few years ago, but they wouldn't even get nominated, and she just completely just was left off the list for that.
What about Shawshank Redemption?
Well, see, but remember that movie didn't really do well in the box office when it first came out. It was almost considered a bust. It kind of became more of a.
Does that matter as
thing.
far as Oscars are concerned?
No, it doesn't. But at the same time, I mean, it shows you that nobody really paid attention to that film until later when it went to VHS and DVD. Because that's when it became like the big.
Almost none of the movies that are nominated for Best Picture, I don't even know.
Mm-hmm.
Right. That has a lot to do with the foreign press.
So I don't know. That's why I like the
Shawshank
and all that kind of crap. Is like
Shawshank is one that it just missed everybody. It missed the intended audience. It missed the critics. It missed everybody, and then it became this cult following afterwards, and everybody realized how great of a movie it was. But I mean, it just was one of the summer of '94 or '93 when it came out. Goat's looking at Spano.
I can't stop, man. This is the most intriguing episode we've ever done. Just watching Spano, man. This is great.
Spano watch.
I have one more on here before we move on, and it's that Citizen Kane didn't win Best Picture.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Do you guys know what it lost out to?
No.
It was a movie called How Green Was My Valley.
Oh yeah, I saw that movie. No, I didn't.
I saw How Shades Was My Valley. That was the one that was on the limo.
wait, hold on. Hold on. We're backtracking to the limo. Say that one more time.
I said I saw How Shaved Was My Valley. That was the one that was on the limo.
All right, it's time for the Gen Z game, ladies and gentlemen. Or I think I called it in this live stream, Battle of the Generations. If you're here in the YouTube chat, you're more than welcome to answer along, especially if you kind of want to help Spano out a little bit on this one. You guys are more than welcome to do that. So here's how it works.
Questions.
There's 6 different categories. It comes from essentially it's from the Trivial Pursuit game. You've got people and places, entertainment, events, culture, science and technology, sports and hobbies. Now, there's a generational question on each card. Each generation's worth different points. Gen Z is worth 4. Greatest generation's worth 3. Baby boomers worth 2. Gen X and millennial are worth 1 point apiece. Spano, you ready to go first, buddy?
Yes, sir.
All right, here we go. Sports and hobbies. We're going to start off with the easier questions this time. So sports and hobbies. Oh, snap. Your subcategory, pro wrestling. Which generation's question would you like?
Generation X.
Going Generation X. What French wrestler was known as the 8th wonder of the world?
Wow.
Andre the Giant.
You are correct, sir. Andre the Giant. In 1993, he was the first inductee into the WWE Hall of Fame. All right, let's move. We'll go clockwise to Big Lan. What generation question you want? Your subcategory is mascots.
Gen X.
It's going Gen X as well. In 1990, the final 2 possible names for Syracuse University's orange mascot were Opie and what?
Smokey.
I have no idea. Does anybody know this one?
Belvedere.
Otto.
Nope.
Otto. Yeah,
didn't-
Otto Graham.
I didn't realize that it was an actual. It had an actual name. Here's a question for you. What is the name of the Oregon duck?
Donald. Howard.
Raymond.
Puddles.
That was close.
Okay, Puddles.
All right, Frank, we're on to you. Your subcategory, football, and it is an American football.
Generation Z.
He's going Gen Z. Ladies and gentlemen, what did Pittsburgh Steelers' Troy Polamalu have insured for $1 million in 2010, setting a Guinness World Record at the time?
His hair.
You are correct, sir. You know that he is from Southern Oregon?
You what?
He's from Southern Oregon.
Yeah.
I
That's
had
a
a
Gen Z question.
yeah. Well, 'cause,
Yeah,
I mean, I think it was
he's
because 2010 technically kind of lands in the maybe in the Gen
Oh,
Z.
yeah, I guess. Yeah.
I worked with a guy in Eugene that went to high school with Troy Polamalu, and he would talk about. He's like, yeah, he was just that guy on the field, was good at whatever the fuck he wanted to do. Like the
There
guy
you
was
go.
just a freak. All right, coming back around to you, Spano. We got culture as the category. Performance art is your subcategory.
Generation X.
Going Gen X. Here we go. What? Shit. What avant-garde artist found international fame in 1981 when her single "Oh Superman" became a surprise hit in the United Kingdom?
Fuck.
81?
Avant-garde is the clue.
I don't. Barbara Streisand.
No, I'm sorry. The answer we were looking for was Laurie Anderson. Laurie Anderson.
Burt Reynolds' wife?
That would be Lonnie Anderson.
Whatever.
All right, going on to land here, we have your subcategory is cooking. Which generation question would you like?
Greatest Generation.
Ooh, he's going big here. In which West Coast state would you find the Brown Derby, the restaurant that brought the world
Wow.
the first Cobb salad?
Wait, did you say city or state?
State.
State, California.
California is correct. The salad was named for Brown Derby owner Bob Cobb. 3 points for Big Lan on that one. Right now, Sharple's in the lead with 5, and we're going to you. Your subcategory here, art.
Go greatest generation.
Greatest generation. Who painted American Gothic? The iconic image of a farmer, his daughter, and a pitchfork. That's his daughter?
Jesus.
I thought that was his wife. Jesus. All right, here you go. But Frank has landed on a multiple choice. Is it Edward Hopper, Grant Wood, or George Bellows?
George Bellows sounds right.
No, it
Damn
was
it.
Grant Wood. All right, Spanner, we're coming back around to you, buddy. Entertainment, subcategory movies. Which
Greater
generation?
generation.
Greatest generation?
Yeah.
All right. In what 1940 film were Alfred and Clara both enamored pen pals who think they've never met and co-workers always at odds with each other?
I don't know. 1940? I know like 2 movies that were made before.
Guess one of them.
1970. Gone with the Wind.
Yeah. That was 1939.
The Shop Around the Corner is the name of the movie. And actually, 1998's You've Got Mail was the remake of that movie.
There you go.
All right, here we
Take it
go.
to the
Land.
mattresses.
Your subcategory, sci-fi films and TV, right up your alley, good friend.
Oh boy.
Gen Z.
Is going Gen Z. In what TV series set in a futuristic AI fantasy park did Ed Harris play the Man in Black?
Oh my god, I have no idea what the hell this is.
Really?
The Man in Black, Ed Harris. Yeah, no idea.
No idea. Does anybody know?
Oh,
Lawnmower Man.
frickin',
I'll give it to you if you get it.
why does the name slip my head right now? That's why I was like, I don't know. It's on HBO.
Yeah.
Westworld.
Oh! And Nightmare coming in with Westworld in the YouTube chat. I'll give you the 4 points. All right. On to Frank.
Shin was here. Shin would have had a cow about that.
He would have. All right, Frank, animation is your subcategory. Which generation's question would you like?
We'll do the Greatest Generation again.
Greatest Generation. What porcine Looney Tunes character first debuted in 1935?
Porcine.
Porcine. Is it porcine or porcine? I think it's porcine. Porcine.
It's going to be Porky the Pig, right?
His first short was entitled "I Haven't Got a Hat."
Isn't the correct name Porky Pig, not Porky the Pig?
Ooh, I mean, he's got a point there. I might have to take away a couple of points. All right, here
No,
we
I
go.
think originally wasn't he Porky the Pig?
Halfway through, here we go. On the
And then they
Spano.
removed it because it wasn't politically correct to call him fat.
You guys have heard the son of a bitch, son of a bitch, son of a bitch. All right, here we go. People and places, Spano. Your subcategory, lodging.
Generation X.
All right.
Back
Sorry,
of a limo.
If you
Yeah.
stay at the Stanley Hotel in Colorado, you'd be at the real life inspiration for which fictional hotel in The Shining?
Ooh.
I don't remember the name of the hotel.
Does anybody remember the name of the hotel in The Shining?
Edgewood.
No. Overlook.
There you go.
Overlook.
Bob
All right.
Cousy.
Bob Cousy. We're moving on to, what was the other one? He was Bob Cousy and something else. All right, Lane, your subcategory, oceans. Oh, shit. Nightmare got it right.
There's only 7 answers, right?
Yeah.
We'll go Gen X.
If you would have gone greatest generation, you would have gotten multiple choice and it would have been down to 3 oceans.
No.
Here we go. Gen X. What 1975 blockbuster was shot along the sheltered bay, manageable tides, and shallow waters of Martha's Vineyard?
Repeat the question again.
What 1975 blockbuster was shot
Oh.
along the sheltered bay, manageable tides, and shallow waters of Martha's Vineyard?
Oh, I thought this was about oceans, not movies.
1975 blockbuster. Filmed
Star
in,
Wars.
Filmed in water.
It would be Jaws.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
It was Jaws. All right, well, then that moves us right on to Frank. Your subcategory, flags.
Let's go millennial for that one. There wasn't
Scuba-
a lot of flags going
Scuba
on
Steve
there.
had it right there, and Jaws as well. All right, which one are you going? Gen Z said?
Yeah, why not?
What color were the 2 stripes added to the Mauritania flag in 2017 to honor the
Yeah,
fight
sure.
for independence against France?
More into what country is that?
Fuck, I don't know.
It's over there by the ocean.
It's either
It's next to where they filmed
African
Jaws.
or
What?
South Asian, right? Green and yellow.
No, it's red.
Damn. What? Green and red or
No,
yellow?
it's just red. Both
Oh, I thought you
stripes
said
were red.
2 colors.
All right, here we go. We got 2 categories to go, ladies and gentlemen. Spano, so far looking for his first points in the game. No, he's already got 1 point. He's looking for more here. The category is events. The subcategory is labor. Which generation's question would you like, Mr. Spano?
Gen X.
Going Gen X. Which group went on strike in 1981 only to be fired by President Ronald Reagan?
Auto Workers of America.
That's a good guess. It's wrong. Air traffic controllers.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Those sons of bitches. All right, Lane, we're on to you. Your subcategory, life, comma, interrupted.
Hell. We'll go Greatest Generation because I have no idea what this is going to be about.
Which English tennis stadium was at the
Jesus.
center of the Summer Games when they returned in 1948 after a 12-year break because of World War II?
Wimbledon?
I thought you were going to get it. It was Wembley.
Oh,
Wembley Stadium. All right, we're moving on to Frank. Royal family is your subcategory.
Oh
right
my
now, you have a
God.
1-point lead on Lan.
Yeah. Royal families. Gen X. No, Gen Z. Let's
Oh,
do
he's going
Gen Z.
big.
Let's go nuts.
Prince Harry and his wife Meghan were known by what official royal title?
Duke and Duchess
You got to finish it. There's
of Wales.
No.
Of England.
I'll give you 2 points because you got half of it right. It's the Duke and Duchess of Sussex.
Sussex.
Sussex. Hey,
Which
Duke.
now they've been excommunicated.
Yeah, they are booted from the royal family. So, final category. Here we go. Science and technology. Spano, back to you, buddy. Tech companies.
Gen Z.
Going. Oh shit, he's going Gen Z. Here we go. Oh God.
Yeah, go for it.
You better get this. Which social media application was bought by Elon Musk in 2022?
Oh,
Twitter.
Twitter is correct.
and now he calls it X.
All right, Lan, your subcategory, botany.
Botany?
Botany.
Botany.
Oh, wow.
Cheech and Chong.
Great generation.
All right, this is to tie it up with Frank. Production of what miracle bean used in everything from tofu to plastic substitutes exploded in the U.S. during the 1940s?
Soy?
You
I
are
was
correct.
gonna say Jack's magic bean.
Jack's magic bean. All right, Frank. All you need is a
What?
point.
Okay.
Your subcategory is
Can I have it?
anthropology.
Anthropology.
Have it.
Yeah, I had to watch porn and coming out of the back of a limo. I can't get a point for that.
I know, you should be watching it at home like a normal human being.
I would have had a wreck. I would have been in the back seat, like flying through the windshield, if that was the case.
I would have been out the sunroof tugging Pud down below, man. Nobody would have known.
Let's go with millennials.
Millennial.
Tugging Bud.
Sorry.
What just
In
happened?
2010, the first whole genome sequence was completed for what extinct species of human?
Neanderthal.
Ah, wrong button. My bad. Frank with the win.
Dunked it
Ignore
from
the-
half court.
Yeah, ignore the booze that I sent your way there.
I thought I was wrong, so it would have been perfect either way.
Nah, Frank got the big victory. So we got Frank with 11 points, Big Land with 10 points, Spano coming in third with 5. So that's going to dictate the draft order for the movies. However, we are going to take a look at some Wonderlic
VAR.
scores first, ladies and gentlemen.
Nice.
Whose score do you think this is? This is a question for the chat. So between the three of them, whose score do you think this is? A 34 out of 50. Again, the Wonderlic, it's there's math questions in there, and there's English questions, dictionary verb
Like the
questions.
SATs.
Yeah, it's kind of like the SATs a little bit, and it's a test that they give to a lot of incoming potential NFL players.
Which is pointless.
It kind of has been proven pointless because there have been quarterbacks who have scored very low, and they end up being fantastic quarterbacks.
Geno Hayes was one of them.
Geno Hayes. Who the hell was Geno Hayes?
Well,
Do you guys know
whoever
if anybody's ever gotten a perfect score?
Not Geno Hayes. Who's the quarterback for Seattle the last couple of years? Geno.
Geno Smith.
Yeah.
Geno Smith. Excuse me. Yeah, he scored like what, a 2 or
I
something?
was like, who the fuck is
Geno
Geno Hayes?
Geno Hayes was a linebacker at Florida State. I got it mixed up.
Nah, Geno Smith got a 24.
Who was the one that got like a 2?
He's right there with Jamarcus Russell got a 24. Jacoby Brissett got a 24. Sean King got a 25. I don't know. Let me see what the lowest score on this list is here. Because they got all the quarterback scores. Oh, here we go. Jeff George got a 10. Terrell Pryor scored a 7.
Okay, maybe it was Pryor. I was thinking of.
Chris Leak, 8.
Here's all-time leading passer. Proud of him. Proud of him. Great education. at the University of Florida.
Some other notable names on this list. You got Terrell Suggs got a 31 on the Wonderlic. Khalil Mack scored a 17. Oh, Ray Lewis. How do you guys think Ray Lewis did?
Jesus. I'm
Five,
gonna at least
five.
give him double digits. We're gonna go 10.
Oof,
Frank says 10. Spano, what do you think Ray Lewis got?
5.
Lan, you got a guess on Ray Lewis?
I'm thinking 27.
13.
Ooh.
Ray Lewis scored a 13 on the Wonderlic. Oh, here you go. Sebastian Janikowski, kicker. What do you guys think?
Man, that guy spent his entire college career drinking. If he had any brain cells left, it would astonish me. His whole thing was put ball down, kick it, go through goal.
Yeah. So what do you think you got?
5.
Spano?
28.
Lan?
35.
9.
This was the man who was found asleep in his car with the car running and the date rate drug and beers open in his passenger seat.
Jesus. Oh, here you go.
Yeah.
Megatron, Calvin Johnson. What do you guys think Calvin Johnson got on the Wonderlic?
34.
Spano?
10.
Lan?
25.
41.
There you
So
go.
he outscored whoever this was. And if you guys are curious, the score that's on the screen right now, that would be Spano's score. He scored a 34 out of 50, which then brings me over to this one. If you can see that 13, it also says you ran out of time and your quiz was automatically submitted because Frank
Yep.
wasn't paying attention to the time.
I wasn't paying attention to the time. So the
So he's-
last like 5 or 6, I just doot push the button.
So he scored a 13,
And
and
then I
then
got
Frank
24 questions done.
and then Frank did another one,
Yeah,
That
where
was-
I just didn't read and I just answered.
19. He scored higher. He scored higher than
I did
Sebastian
better
Janikowski
not reading the
did.
questions and just just tapping the answers, and I got 19. So that should tell you kids in the combine just
Just
Put 'em
guess,
through it.
man.
Yeah, just bug through
fucking
it, man.
guess. Good God. Yeah, we did this on the morning show, and I think I got a 43 when I did it. I'm not sure, but what I want to do is I'm going to go in and I'm going to record myself taking the Wonderlic, and then I'll go ahead and upload that as a separate video here on YouTube. But on that note, it's time to start to get to the final segment of the show.
Ooh, we going in space?
It's movie draft time. And so what we're doing here is it's best actor or actress movies that won. Like the actual actor or actress had to win for their role in that movie. So this isn't best picture, it's not best supporting actor or actress, because I put up a poll on my YouTube channel. A lot of people were mentioning like Heath Ledger is the Joker and stuff like that, but Heath Ledger didn't win best actor, he won best supporting. Yeah. All right, so we're going to go Frank, Lan, Spano, and me. All right, here we go. We're going to be kicking things off. Frank, what is your first pick?
Well, I like to go with people that their roles either scared the crap out of me, like I really believed what they were in, or brought some sort of emotion. So my first pick
Mary
is going to
Poppins.
be
Oh,
yes, is going to be Elmo from is going to be it's going to be Anthony Hopkins from Silence of the Lambs.
ooh, which by the
That
way,
movie as a kid scared the crap out of me.
so they both won. Anthony Hopkins and Jodie Foster both
Yeah.
took home Oscars for that one. All right, so Silence of the Lambs off the board. Lan, what is your
Go
first
Anthony
pick?
Hopkins.
I just went through the list and found movies that I liked. So
Yeah, that's pretty
going
much
with
what you gotta
F. Murray
do.
Abraham and Amadeus.
Oh, good pick.
Mm-hmm.
Amadeus. If I could type, would be great. All right, Spano. Unfortunately, I don't think Stallone has ever won Best Actor, so you can't go with that. But what would be your first pick here in the movie draft?
I'm going to go Al Pacino, Scent of a Woman.
Hooah! 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 Good pick. All right. So now it's on me here. And I can't believe this wasn't picked right out of the gate. I'm going Training Day.
Oh,
Yeah, that was gonna be one of
Oh,
mine.
yeah.
Yeah.
Denzel Washington for Training Day.
Yeah, he was scary as hell in that movie.
Oh, that's such a good movie. That's such a good movie. God, and I have so many more on my list here that I want to pick. I'm not sure what the hell I want to do. But I think I will go with. You got to go Forrest Gump, Tom Hanks, man. My name's Forrest
Never go
Gump.
full retired. Oh.
All right, Spano, back to you. You got Son of a Woman. What's your next one?
How about Joaquin Phoenix as the Joker?
Ooh,
Yep.
see,
Good
that
one.
was. I was fighting between Forrest Gump and Joker, and there's a couple others in there as well. All right, Land. You got Amadeus. What's your second movie?
I'm gonna go Kathy Bates, Misery.
Ooh, good
Good one.
pick. Good pick.
Ugh.
All
Hammer
right.
to the ankle.
See, and even Scuba Steve agrees with me. He says that Training Day was amazing. All right, Frank, you got back-to-back picks now, buddy. Which ones you going with?
First one's it's going to be Marlon Brando and On the Waterfront. That movie is just a staple. If you've never seen that, you need to jump on that. That's a great movie. And then Charlize Theron for Monster. 'cause She
Monster.
is a scary ass bitch in that movie. Good lord.
What is it? Eileen Wuornos? Isn't that the name
Yeah,
of?
the chick from Florida that was just
Ugh.
killing guys left and right. You know, have you ever seen actual footage of her speaking?
Yep.
Oh,
Yeah, she fucking
Good
nailed the
Lord.
part, man. She nailed that part big.
yeah,
time.
that was she put like 20 pounds on or something for that role. Yeah, that was still gives me chills.
All right, Land, what is your third movie?
Gladiator, Russell Crowe.
Good pick.
Oh man.
That was the other one that I was kind of fighting with there on mine, was whether or not I wanted Gladiator, because I knew it wasn't going to come back around. All right, and Spano, your third and final movie.
How about is it too predictable if I stay Italian here?
No.
I'll go
But you have to go poppity boopy.
Cheech and Chong.
Dustin Hoffman and Rain Man.
Hey.
Yeah,
There you go.
never go full retard.
Right. God. Okay, so
He
I've
was
had-
nominated for that. Everybody remembers. Downey was nominated for that role in
Tropic Thunder.
Oh, that's
Tropic
right.
Thunder.
Yeah, he was. He totally was. All right. So I have my whole list of honorable mentions here. I haven't even zeroed in on what my final pick is going to be. So I'm just going to go through this list as I typed them out. You have Bohemian Rhapsody with Rami Malek. He won Best Actor portraying Freddie Mercury. But the problem, I enjoyed the movie, but the problem that I have with the movie is that it fucks up the storyline. I mean, it takes
Yeah, it was pretty inaccurate.
total art. Yeah, it's like, oh, so the same day that he comes out to his parents, and then he shows up at their house, and then he tells the band that he has HIV. It's the same day they do Live Aid. It's like bullshit. You
That's
have
a big day.
Scuba Steve says David Bowie in the Labyrinth. I don't think he won an Oscar for that.
That's a good movie, though.
It is. And did you know that the Hoggle is in Alabama? He got lost in the luggage, so somebody bought it, and now he's on display at some lost luggage store in Alabama. All right, so we had Bohemian Rhapsody. You have Dallas Buyers Club with Matthew McConaughey. He won for that role. One of the most uncomfortable movies I've ever seen, but it's a fantastic acting
Human
job.
Centipede.
All right, you want to go down that route? Fine. Between the three of you, who's the B? Who's in the middle?
I think I'd rather just take death at that point.
No, Leaving Las Vegas.
Yeah, with
yeah.
Nicolas Cage. I'm
Nicolas
telling,
Cage.
like, man.
Elizabeth Shue. Woo.
And like, but like
Hello.
the scenes of him when he's just shaking violently, going down the hallway, like the alleys of the aisles of the liquor store. It's like, oh, it's
I
a
remember
fantastic
watching
job,
that
but it's so
movie
uncomfortable.
when it came on HBO like a year or so after that, and not knowing Elizabeth Shue's acting in that movie, and just going, holy crap, Elizabeth Shue. That's the only thing I came away from that was that's what I remember is Elizabeth Shue in that movie.
Elizabeth Shue.
Dude, it put a whole new for Little John. It put a whole new spin on things.
John.
Yeah.
All right. A few more honorable mentions.
Babysit
here.
me anytime you want.
We have Raging Bull, Robert De Niro.
Yep.
Had it on my list. That's what I was debating.
Oh.
Should I stay Italian? I was going to go De Niro, and I was like,
I wondered when you went with Hoffman. I was like, I don't think he's Italian.
yeah.
One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest.
Jack Nicholson.
And Louise Fletcher. They both won for that year. Patton. George S.
Yep.
Scott as Mike. I remember my dad having me watch that opening scene when he's given the speech where he's talking about how no dumb son of a bitch ever died for his country. He made the other guy die for his country or whatever the hell he said. If as many times as I watched that, you'd think I'd remember it, but.
Well, at the time that movie came out too, I think it was still like the Vietnam War was still going on, and here's this movie that a lot of people, you know, it kind of was split in half. Some people loved it, and some people didn't because just of the rhetoric of the movie, the pro-war stance, I guess you could say.
All right, I got a bunch more here to get through. To Kill a Mockingbird, Gregory Peck won Best Actor for that one. You have Everything Everywhere All at Once, just recently won. That was Michelle Yeoh. She won Best Actress. As Good as It Gets, both Helen Hunt and Jack Nicholson won for that movie.
That was such a crazy movie.
Mary Poppins. Julie Andrews won for Mary Poppins.
Yeah. Well, isn't that like one of the only Disney movies that I think like a leading actor or actress won an Oscar under the Disney umbrella, not Touchstone or
not some subsidiary of Disney.
Right.
You also have The Theory of Everything with Eddie Redmayne. That's the story of Stephen Hawking. I was contemplating putting this one on the list or not. It's a fantastic movie, but this actor has since really.
Mickey Rourke?
Huh? Mickey Rourke?
Oh, I just threw it out there.
Oh. Kevin Spacey.
Oh, well, yeah.
You know the movie?
It was American
Pie.
Beauty.
Yeah.
No, American Beauty. It's a great movie. Great soundtrack, too. A few more here. The Bridge Over the River Kwai. Do you guys remember who won for that?
Alec Guinness.
Alec fucking Guinness, baby.
Sir
Kenobi
Alec
won
Guinness.
Kenobi.
Sir Alec Guinness. My bad. You also had The Black Swan, which Natalie Portman won for. You have Walk the Line that Reese Witherspoon won for, and Million Dollar Baby that Hilary Swank won for. However, I have not mentioned.
Two, right?
I have not mentioned the one. Yeah, she won for. Was it Boys Don't Cry? Is that it?
No.
Where she plays the boy, right?
Yeah. You're right. Yeah, you're right. That's right.
However, I haven't mentioned the movie that I'm picking for my third and final movie, and I'm going to go with
yes.
Absolutely.
Kurt Russell didn't win an Oscar.
Kurt Russell's not won an Oscar, unfortunately. So I don't get to pick him. Yeah, go ahead. Guess. What do you guys think it is? What do you think my final pick is?
Paul Mooney in The Story of Louis Pasteur.
What decade? What decade?
Hey-o! When did this movie come out? Hold on. It would have been. It came out in the 90s. And it's
And it was an actor?
actress winner.
Actress.
Or female in a leading role, or whatever the fuck they call it now.
90s. Jessica Tandy, Driving Miss Daisy.
Nothing?
Yeah, I'm blanking. I'm trying to think of
If I were to
different
say, okay,
actresses.
here's your hint. If I say wood chipper.
Oh, you're thinking of Fargo.
Oh, what's her name? I can't remember her name. now.
Frances McDormand
Yeah,
won
Frances,
for
yeah.
Fargo, ladies and gentlemen. So that's going to
Just
be my
throwing
third.
up over here.
My third pick. All right, so we're going to do the quick rundown here. Frank's 3 movies of Best Actor / Actress winners. He's got Silence of the Lambs, On the Waterfront, and Monster. Lan has Amadeus, Misery, and Gladiator. Spino has Scent of a Woman, Joker, and Rain Man, while I have Training Day, Forrest Gump, and Fargo. So make sure you guys are clicking like down below. If you're not already subscribed to the channel, please, by all means, make sure you are subscribed as well. Thank you for for being here, everybody.
Sorry, how did that go?
I said, thanks for being here, everybody. Just trying to have some fun with Spano. How you doing, buddy? You doing all right, man?
I am. I'm doing a lot better. Thanks. Thanks for asking.
Are you doing good? How you doing, buddy?
You doing all right, man?
I don't even remember which effects I have on here. Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Hello.
When you do that robot one, it reminds me of Max Headroom when they did that.
This one? No.
No. Yeah, but do you remember when in the late '80s when the guys broke into the local signal
Oh,
in
Chicago.
Yeah, if you ever watch the footage of that, it is trippy weird, man.
It's super
Spano,
creepy.
go watch that.
Okay, it's super creepy, guys. All right,
It'll weird you out tonight.
I will.
go find that.
On YouTube. It's when did that happen? Like 88?
88, I think. Yeah, like WGN and one of the others, they hacked into the signal. And
It's weird shit, man. So go find that stuff.
it's wild, dude. At
Don't
one
forget,
point, one of them smacking the other guy on the ass with a stick for some reason. It just gets wild, dude.
Don't forget, Spano's got his All for the Gators podcast. New episodes drop when?
Every Monday.
Every Monday, and he did say that he actually is going to be. I brought it up last week if he was going to interview Dominique Easley, and he said that he booked Dominique Easley.
That's right.
You're going to be interviewing that bust. He was a fucking bust, and you tell him I
man.
said that. Please don't do that. He's a very large man. So make sure you guys go check that out. 2 shorts drop here, not my shorts, but the actual videos drop every day here on my YouTube channel, on Instagram, on Facebook. If you can, YouTube is where most of my effort goes into. So if you can watch these videos, I also have a whole playlist on here that's all about things explained in under 2 minutes, or possibly things you didn't know, I think is what I just renamed that playlist. And I just recently did one on The Hangover, so it's a bunch of things that you didn't know about The Hangover. Empire Records, it's Rex Manning Day, by the way. Not today.
Nice.
We are 1 month away almost from Rex Manning Day because it's April 8th. Do you know why April 8th is Rex Manning Day?
I saw your thing, so I won't answer.
Oh, thank you, Frank.
You're welcome.
I don't.
It's an homage to Kurt Cobain because that was the
And
day.
by the
they
way,
found him.
but when I said I saw your thing, it doesn't mean your penis. It means your video.
My duck.
You want this dog?
This duck. All right, well, that's going to do it. So make sure, again, please, if you like this below, also share these videos on the social medias. And I isolated the clips out of when we found out that Spano took an edible, and that's going to be fucking amazing. So make sure
Oh,
you
how
guys
about you just delete that?
are liking these videos and sharing them. And
Doing everything possible to help out with my channel, okay, guys? I would much appreciate it if you guys were able to help out the channel. Okay, bye.